Hi, everybody. Josiah, Gilliam, Executive Director with Pump, and we're here with another community partner highlight about a fun event series collaboration we've been working on called Chilled and Distilled. And I have the pleasure of sitting with the leader of the Hillman Cancer Center to talk about it. Thanks for being here, Beth.
Thanks for having me.
Would you introduce yourself to people that aren't familiar with you, and then tell us about the Hillman Cancer Center?
Sure. So I'm Beth Wild, and as you said, and I'm the president of UPMC Hillman Cancer Center. I'm actually a native of Western Pennsylvania, so it's really an honor and privilege to get to lead an institution like Hillman. Hillman is actually one of the largest cancer centers in the country. We see over 180,000 patients per year across our network. Many people may be familiar with our Hillman Cancer Center in Shadyside, but we actually have about 80 locations across Pennsylvania, Western New York, Western Maryland, Eastern Ohio, and actually we have sites in Italy, Ireland, and Croatia.
Wow.
And so part of Hillman's mission, in addition to the amazing science, which we're here to talk about, is that we want to bring patients good cancer care close to their homes. So that's a really, really important part of the mission, particularly for me. I grew up in Johnstown and then Washington, Pennsylvania. And this means that friends and family in those communities have access to the same level of care that we can deliver in Shadyside. And that's something really, really unique among other academic cancer centers in the country. We are also a National Cancer Institute designated comprehensive cancer center.
Gotcha. What does that mean?
That means we offer not only great clinical care, but we have a tremendous basic science group. That basic science group is able to take what they discover in the labs, translate that into clinical care. It also means that we do a lot for population health. That means that we are out in the community educating about how to live healthy, how to avoid getting cancer, or if they do, how to find it early. So we have a number of screening programs, education programs. We're going out to try to make sure that our overall population in the markets we serve are healthier. And this basic science piece, so the science that we do in the lab, is something that I don't think we talk about quite enough. And so it's one of the reasons why we've started our Science Chilled and Distilled series, which I know we're here to talk about.
Yeah. So yeah, let's talk about it. So you have this structure where you're bringing care as close to patients as possible, which is obviously wonderful. And then you have this research component that's informing that care, and you're bringing it, sounds like to me, as directly as possible, to these folks. And yet folks might not know about whether it's prevention or the work that you do. So how did Chilled and Distilled even become an idea? And then, let's talk about the one we have coming up.
So I've been around UPMC Hillman Cancer Center for the past 20 years or so. I've left a couple times to do some interesting things, always in Pittsburgh. But one of the things that I found as I got more and more involved in leadership is that I would hear about these amazing things we're doing in labs, and it would be the first time I've heard about them, and I work there. And we do a great job communicating, but there's just so much that we're doing in the labs that I feel like in Pittsburgh, sometimes we don't do a good enough job bragging about ourselves. I don't know if that's, some type of local sensibility, but I really think we need to do a better job communicating. And that's not just unique to Hillman. We're doing so many great things in the scientific community here in Pittsburgh overall that I feel really passionate about promoting that. And so as we talked, we thought about, okay, well, how do we get this out? How do we get it out in an accessible way? I think some of the reasons we don't talk about it's pretty complicated. I don't have a science background. And so when the scientists explain what they're doing to me, they do need to take it down to a level where a layperson's going to understand. And so this is really what Science Chilled and Distilled is about. We want to take this message and take this education out into the community. We're using venues like breweries, distilleries, hopefully wineries, maybe coffee shops. And we want to make it fun. And we wanted to bring to different communities. Our first one's in the city. The next one's going to be in the city as well. But we do hope to actually take this out to the suburbs and all the areas that we serve, so that we can pick gathering spots in the community where people are comfortable and bring our basic scientists out of the lab and really give them an opportunity to shine and talk about their work.
Makes sense to me. So the first one was in Lawrenceville.
Yes.
I had the pleasure of attending. How, from your perspective, how did that go? Talk to us a little bit about the researcher that you brought and what the vibe was like.
It it really exceeded my expectations. So we were fortunate to be hosted by our friends at Lolov Brewery in Lawrenceville. And we brought one of our immunologists, Dr. Tulia Bruno, and she talked about her work in B cells. And she spoke about how our immune systems can be activated to help fight cancer. And I thought she did a great job taking it down to a pretty basic level that people understood. We had a great turnout. And one of the nice things was people coming into the bar heard there was a talk going on and came in, which is what we wanted. Our goal is really to have participation, have people learn about this. My favorite part was the Q&A.
Yes.
This is a new program that we were doing, so we didn't really know how the Q&A would go. It was so engaging. I thought there were plants in the audience, quite frankly, because the questions were so good. People had really paid attention to the lecture, but they also did, a lot of them came with a very keen interest regarding science, regarding cancer, and regarding staying healthy. So it was great. And it made us really excited and optimistic that we can really take this program and grow it.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, as a layperson myself, she was presenting on a lot of technical information, but communicating in such an accessible and direct manner. And her passion for the work that she's done and her journey into science, coming rather late, and how it's like really evolved and blossomed in her own life, was palpable. So I felt like I learned a lot. And then the Q&A was very dynamic. And it gave her an opportunity to do a little bit of a deeper dive on some of the things that she had touched on. And that's, I think, a really exciting format moving forward. So we are on at Pump as a community partner for the series now, which we're excited about. And we have one coming up on the 11th of September. Let's give the folks a preview of what that should be looking like.
Sure. So we're fortunate enough to be hosted by Kingfly Spirits in the Strip.
Yep.
The event will start at 5:30, run till about 7:30. Our goal is to probably start the talk around 6, so get there early, meet other people. We not only want to promote our science, but make it a good opportunity to really mix with other folks that are interested in similar topics. We're actually bringing another immunologist, but Dr. Abby Overaker-Delgoff. And Abby is an immunologist, but she actually focuses on the gut microbiome. So her research focuses on how your gut health actually impacts the ability for cancer drugs to work, and immunotherapy drugs in particular to work. And so it's really, really fascinating. There's a lot of talk right now on the internet and in publications about gut health. So I think that this is something that'll be interesting to a lot of people, and really hearing from a scientist and hear how real it is about how your gut does impact your ability to live with or survive cancer, I think is really, really fascinating.
Terrific. So the 11th of September, 5:30, Kingfly Spirits in the Strip, free to attend. Definitely encourage folks to get there early, like Beth said. Come hang out. Kingfly let us know that after our event, there will be a jazz event that's happening there later. So that's an opportunity for folks. Not a drinking event, right? There will be refreshments for folks, but we want people to have a good time and engage with some great science.
Yeah. And I will say we will offer the first drink for free.
Terrific.
Like I said, we are promoting good health, and it's something Abby will talk about during her talk. But we really encourage people to come meet Abby, who is just so impressive. She's one of our young stars at Hillman, and so we're lucky that she's agreed to come and talk to us.
Very good. Well, thank you, Beth, and hope to see you there 11th of September, 5:30 in the Strip at Kingfly. Thanks.